Hey there, I'm going to show you a common problem that I have and I know a lot of truck guys have on their 2009 to 2014 Ford F-150 Super Crew. Where we're going to go first is to the back seat. Okay, so now looking at it, you'll see this is obviously the back seat. It is currently folded down. It's really nice. You have a ton of leg room versus the previous years. And what they did in this versus my other truck, which is the 2001, is they made it to where the bottom of the seat folds up versus the top of the seat folding down. In my truck, when you have the seat back that folds down, now you have the level flat surface here with the seat folded down. Now you only have this amount of space here. But on this truck, they've got an entire flat floor plus your seat folds up, which is super nice. Now you have the entire flat floor open. However, if you notice, I have a problem here. I've got a gear bag here. This is in my way for loading stuff. Why do I have the gear bag in the way? Because the little cubby that I'm given right here has a little funnel so you can add gas to the gas tank by yourself. But if I take this out, it's just an open space. I could put my gear bag there that has a bunch of tie downs and bungees, but then I have to take that funnel out because that bag is not small enough, but I want that bag. I wish there was a product that would allow me to have the seat folded down and then be able to remove the back of the seat, because I bet you there's a ton of storage back behind the seat that I could just release that lever, fold back the seat a little bit, grab out my gear, and then shut the seat back up. Alright, and here it is. This is built by a company called Built Right Industries. Get a sweet sticker. You get their thank you card for installing this, and it kind of shows you a picture on how to install it. And it comes with this little bracket. Alright, so you have a nice fancy metal bracket, and you receive this little pull handle, and see this says clearly will lock on, plus a loop. Okay, so now let me show you how to fold down the back of the seat to get access to install this bracket. Alright, and the freehand mode, what you're going to do is you're going to lift the bottom of the seat up. That'll get the back of the seat away from the wall, since you can't really get your hand down in here. So we're going to lift it up. You can see how it came out a little bit. Alright, now that we're back behind the seat, you'll notice here's the latch itself. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab this little pin and you're going to pull it up like so. Once you do that, this entire assembly, you'll be able to fold down this, and now pull this back. And there you have it. Okay, so now here's where your bracket will go. So now we're looking at the back of the seat. The pin that I pulled was this one. This is the only one that's standing out on this side. You just pull this forward. It takes a little bit of force, but you should be able to pull it out quite easily. Comes in the kit is this little metal bracket. Very nice. And your pull handle with your aluminum bracket. You have two bolts here. That's going to require a T30 Torx bit that I have in my impact driver because it's a little bit quicker. Okay, so you're going to remove those. And once you get this bracket off, you're going to take your top plate and you're just going to slide it on there. Like so. You'll notice your bolt holes line up. However, now this pin is covered. That's the one you pulled up. So what you're going to do is you're going to back this off just a little bit. You're going to get your handy dandy pull tab. I've got gear side down. And move it back. Put it on the pin like so, and then you're going to slide this entire bracket backwards. And when you do that, pull a handle loop, and you're going to make sure your pull strap is through the loop. Okay, so once you have that all back on, you install it like you pulled it off. I did notice that This little tab down here, I did bend out just a little bit so it'd fit back into the clip easier. Don't think it'll fit the way it installs, but it does seem to line up quicker. Once that's done, check the function of it. You can pull the handle a little bit and then should move the clip. Make sure everything's nice, snug, and tight. Alright, now let's see if you can reinstall it. So now comes the unfun part. Lining it back up with this pin. Hopefully this is the last time you'll have to do this, because you'll have the seat bottom down and you'll be able to pull this pull handle, which will be above the seat. So this bracket you might have to move up just a little bit, and it's going to take some trial and error trying to get this lined back up, otherwise it'll hit. So now that that is back up there, it didn't take me too long. Now you have the little pull strap, should be sticking up. You just pull that, and now you have access to all of your space. And if you do it just right, it'll go right back up without issue. Now comes the easy part. You just have to do this again on the other side, on the passenger side. It's exactly the same. So here's something to note for you. On the 09 to 2014 trucks, this will require 2. However, if you have a 2015 and above, this will only take 1 bracket. This goes the same for the Super Duties. Alright, and one last thing in freehand. You'll notice I have 1 tab. There is another pull handle here, so let me show you. Just pull this. So now you can see how much usable space there is back here. Look at all that room. You can put stuff in gear. You'll notice there's another pull handle here. I do believe that's for a child safety seat. I don't have kids, so I'm just going to tuck that down best I can so I don't try and yank on it when I really need to be pulling this one. Alright, passenger side. And same here, you'll see there's pull handle. I just tucked back behind there. So you just pull this, drop the seat, and you can see again all that space for goodies. So what I plan to do with all this space is, from the factory, this has the Sony subwoofer that's on the floor. This is really in the way. This takes up a crap ton of floor space. So I'm going to make an attempt to remove this and install a super shallow mount 8-inch sub here in this back location. Hopefully it'll be a powered sub. It'll probably be just an 8-inch, maybe a 10-inch if it'll fit. It'll be just a powered sub, so it'll be a sub and an amp all in one. That'll be back behind the back seat so I can use the floor, and I'll be happy with it. One thing I did notice, depending on how your strap comes shipped, if it's folded in half, it may try and fold back behind the seat. This side really likes to not stay up. There's a huge pain, so that'll just be something you have to watch out for. Should be fine though. So far, I'm super happy with the Built Right Industries rear seat release kit. I'll put a link to this product in the description.